What is going on, good people of YouTube? It's me, Chavez, back with another Prize Picks video for you. Today's Tuesday, April 18th, 2023. We got two NBA playoff games to talk about over on Prize Picks. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. As always, we'll kick things off with a recap over yesterday's plays, and then we're just going to jump right into these three player props that I like that are already on the board. So if you like the way that sounds, stick around, drop a like, maybe even click that notification icon, drop a sub to get notified of all upcoming content and videos from me and this channel. And without further delay, let's jump into those plays from yesterday. So plays on the day yesterday did not go well at all. We finished 1-2 on the day with one push. Let's quickly break this down. D'Anthony Melton comes through over 3.5 first half points. We love that prop, and he came through with 8 in the first half. Took the over on James Harden assists. That was not a good night for him. Finished with 6 assists and just wasn't really in facilitation mode. And then we saw two Steph Curry props get kicked out the window in that late game. Fell under his 29.5 point prop with 28. We wanted the over on that one, and then we wanted the under on his assist at 6, and he actually pushed it. Damn it, he couldn't even give us that prop. So he pushed one prop, fell under the other one. 5 assists is what we were looking for on that six assist prop, and it wasn't their night. It wasn't our night, and it wasn't the Warriors' night as well. So we're looking to bounce back today. We're looking to bounce back with a 3-0 day. Hopefully these 3 picks that we're going to talk about today can get us there. Let's transition back over to the Prize Picks board and break it down. All right, for our first player prop on the board, I want to go to an unlikely name, an unlikely face for a point prop, and it's going to be Bogdanovic, the man with 2 first names, kind of. I like the over on his 11.5 points versus the Boston Celtics. We're heading over to props.cash to talk about this. All right, so over on props.cash, got 10 game log pulled up for Bogdanovic. We can see that over his last 10 games, full games, no splits yet. We can see he's at a 50% hit rate here. Going over this line 5 out of his last 10 games. Now, I want to look at his history versus Boston. So 1 game versus Boston this season. But going back to last season, something that I found pretty interesting is, man, he has had some really, really strong scoring games versus this Celtics team. He smoked them. In 3 of those 4 games, he went well over 12 points. I mean, averaging roughly 21 points a game. 21 plus points in those 3. That first game he scored 12, and that still got him over. Last game, he scored 9 points, and he's a really good shooter, really efficient shooter, but he did not take a lot of shots. Really wasn't involved in that offense. Took only 10 shots, and we want to see him in that 14, 15 shot range. I mean, Trae Young needs help out there, man. He needs people to, open up lanes. He needs people to knock down shots. And I mean, 3 of 10 from the field is just not going to do it. I mean, it could do it had he made one more shot, preferably a 3. That would have got it done. Look at his 3-point attempts on that day. 2 of 7. I mean, he's usually a 40%, 42-ish% shooter from behind the arc. And he only made 2 of 7. I mean, that's not even, what is that, 29%? That's 29% on the day. I had to double check. I'm not wearing my glasses in this video, so I had to squint and look. That looked like a 3. 29% from behind the arc for Bogdanovic. Had he made one more of those 3-point attempts, that would have got him over that 11.5. I mean, this game, these props, these are like games of inches, man. Like 1 extra shot, 1 extra rebound. I mean, these lines are set really, really sharp, and they know. I say they know. The line makers know exactly what we know, if not more, probably more. But I mean, looking at all the information here, this looks like a prop that he should be able to hit if he's knocking down his shots. I really like this for him today. 11.5 points. Give me the over for Bogdanovic versus the Boston Celtics. All right, and for prop number 2, we're going to head on over to the PRA category and look at one Mr. Jared Allen. 25.5 PRA today. I was originally looking at his points, rebounds, or excuse me, his points and rebounds alone, set to 24.5. And the odds weren't really good on that one. I just really have a better feeling, a better vibe about the 25.5 PRA for him. Let's head back to props.cash and break this down. All right, looking at Jared Allen's game log over the last 10 games, going over 25.5 PRA has been a bit of a struggle for him. 4 out of his last 10 games. Now, that's inclusive of his first playoff game versus the Knicks on Saturday. So he has that going for him. 32 PRA in that game. Let's look at that game a little bit more, a little bit closer. So in that game, Jared Allen scored 14 points. He also grabbed you 14 rebounds. Rebounds and points would have got him over his PRA today. But then he dished 4 assists in that game as well. So he's going to give you, on the season, almost roughly 2 assists a game. He was over his assist average in this game. We want to see that often. So that's going to contribute to his PRA. I really like the way that whole game shaped up for him. Now, Evan Mobley struggled a lot in that game. So I don't know if we can attribute Jared Allen's success to Evan Mobley's failures, but even if Mobley has a good game, I can still see Jared Allen picking up 26 PRA in this game. I like the matchup versus the New York Knicks because they play big. They have to play big, and if they're playing big, then Jared Allen's on the floor. I mean, he played 42 minutes in that last game, 43 minutes in that last game. That's a hell of a lot of minutes for him. I mean, that's way over his averages. 43 minutes. I mean, if he's going to be on the floor for 40 minutes again, I mean, you gotta like his odds here. Now, filtering out games, let's filter out his games by minutes played. So I wanted to show you this. So I think 37 minutes is a reasonable number to expect. More games, than not, because the 43 minutes is, I mean, I don't know if that's an every game type of performance, but in games where Jared Allen has played 37 plus minutes, he's gone over this prop 8 out of 10 times. I mean, he's cleared this line. So feels like the longer he's on the floor, the stronger he gets, the better he gets, the more productive he is. That can't be said for a lot of players. Minutes aren't created equal for every player. So he's putting up points. I mean, he's putting up PRA in his time on the floor. So I'm going to roll with it again. Over 25. Well, not again, but I'm going to roll with it today. 25.5 PRA for Jared Allen. Give me the over on this one. All right, and for our final prop or props, you can go either way with this one. You're not going to be able to play both of these in the same slip, but Russell Westbrook, looking at his PRA, and then also for Russell Westbrook, I'm looking at his fantasy score because I believe these two correlate really well with what he does, and the discrepancy here, that six point difference is based off his projection of 1.5 blocks and steals. He's projected to get 2 today, so that makes up that difference between 31.5 and 37.5. Let's head on over to props.cash and dig into these two props a little bit more. All right, looking up the game logs for Russell Westbrook. Don't call me Wes Brick, or he'll come to your house and tell you to shut your mouth. He had a really strong game versus Phoenix, considering the fact that he shot terribly from the field, 3 of 19. And that's kind of where I want to start, because looking at his PRA, 27 PRA versus Phoenix. I don't remember what his PRA line was for that game, but let's say it was 31.5. Let's say his line didn't move. If you do know what his PRA line was from that day, drop it in the comments below. But obviously, if Westbrook goes out there and just shoots an average game, which is roughly 40% from the field for him, he was at 19% from the field this game, 16% from the field in this game. I mean, if he shoots slightly better and gives you 4 extra points, 5 extra points, I mean, 5 extra points clears this PRA line, and he doesn't have to do anything extra. He's already taking the shots. It's not like you're asking him to take more shots. I mean, he's already taken the shots. He just needs to make more of the shots. Super bad game from the field. I mean, you have to go back. I don't know. His game against Memphis, he just shot 8 times. He was 2 of 8. But even that's 25% I can't see him coming out shooting 3 of 19 from the field again. So my point being is, if Russell Westbrook continues just to do what he normally does, which is hustle, grab rebounds, grab assists, create extra possessions through blocks and steals, I mean, those count towards his fantasy points, but he's also gaining a possession for he and his team. He may even end up taking the shot on that possession or dishing out an assist on that possession. So that still looks like it could turn into like a 5-point possession for Russell Westbrook really fast. So the reason I like his fantasy score is because the upside's there for his blocks and steals. But also looking at his PRA, I mean, he just did so much. And if he just would have shot, oh my gosh, just made 3 extra shots in that game, which, you know, is not a lot if you're taking 19. Yeah, he clears this line easily. I mean, he took quite a few 3-pointers in that game, right? He took 6 3-point shots and only made 1. So right there, I mean, if he goes 3 of 6, he's done it before. He did it against New Orleans. I mean, if he goes 2 of 6, that's an additional 3 points right there. And if he makes just another random shot, that's 5 extra points. He's over his PRA. So I like this because Westbrook has that upside, and despite him having a really bad game shooting wise, he still was right there, so close to hitting his PRA, and he definitely cleared his fantasy score because of all the blocks and steals. I mean, maybe we don't expect 46 points from him today, but I mean, I think 40 fantasy points is within reach for Russell Westbrook today versus the Suns. So quick recap over our 4 plays on the board. Let's go over this together. We got Bogdanovich over 11.5 points. We got Jared Allen over 25.5 PRA. We got Russell Westbrook over 31.5 PRA. And then we got Russell Westbrook over 37.5 fantasy score. And ladies and gentlemen, this video is over. Thank you all so much for stopping by the channel, checking this video out. Truly appreciate the time you taken out of your day to do so. Drop a comment below letting me know who you like on the Prizepicks board. Also, let me know also let me know what you think about these 4 plays that we talked about in today's video. And as always, thank you all so much for your continued support, the likes, the subs, and all of the comments. It truly means a ton to me because it just helps this channel get a bit bigger every single day. Thank you all so much again. Best of luck to you all today. Stay tuned for those tacos to be posted on Prizepicks board pretty shortly, I'm sure. And with that being said, Chavez is